Alright, what's up guys? So it's already a week later. I didn't want to drive around with all of this stuff gutted out, so I put everything back. So now I'm gonna take everything back out, clean it up real nice, and mask it off. But as you can see, it looks a lot better than it did before. I'm gonna sand it down, wash it with soap and water, and spray it. This is the stuff that I got from my local paint supply shop. It is by Evercoat, rubberized undercoating and sound deadener. So I am going to put sound deadening back in the vehicle, but it's just not going to be looking all crappy and everything. And I'm really hoping this is like a textured type of like a bed liner, like very textured. That's my goal. But yeah, so I'm gonna spray this after I get everything cleaned up. So let's see how this stuff does. Alright, so about 25 minutes later, I finally got the panels out. I'm gonna try with like 80 grit to take this out. It's still kind of sticky, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna gum up the sandpaper, but it doesn't hurt to try. If not, I'm just gonna get this like coarse brush and go at it with some like dishwashing detergent. That stuff cuts grease pretty good, and this is what this stuff is pretty much is. So yeah, so I'm gonna try that, and let's try and I'm gonna try and take all this stuff out and get it prepped for paint. Alright, so pretty good news. This is 100 grit sandpaper for like wood or something. It's just what I had laying around, and it's actually taking it off. It's actually taking it off pretty good, so it's not gonna really gum up the sandpaper too much. So I'm gonna go over with it with 80 grit and 100 grit, and then get it ready for the bed liner or undercoating. Alright, so after sanding it more, it just ended up gumming up as soon as the friction built up and it started heating up. So I went with the scrub brush and detergent, and it's getting it up, but it's really kicking my ass. So I'm just gonna keep at this and try and get it as good as possible. But if I don't, I'll probably just end up painting over this crap anyways. But I really want to do a pretty good job with this, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, so this is taking way longer than expected. I actually have a water hose inside here. It's just trickling out the hole right there, that drain hole. I guess if the car was ever in a flood or something, they could release the water there. Yeah, so I got this water in here with some soap. All the dirty water just mixes in, and I just lightly wash it out. This is actually killing me right now. I thought I was gonna be painting by now, but yeah, so alright, so I got it 90% clean. I still got to do a little sanding here and there just to get some rough spots. And what ended up working for me was just normal dish soap and a Scotch-Brite pad. Lather this up with detergent, and it'll take off the sound deadening. But you're probably not going to have the same issue as me. If you're going to take out your sound deadening, it's going to come out in chips. Mine was like half chips, half pretty much sludge, and like it was already disintegrating and turning into like that stuff right there. So most likely you're not going to have this issue. And that right there is actually seam sealer. I'm not going to take that out. So yeah, so I'm going to wait till this dries and sand it up a little bit, and then it's time to paint it. And yeah, I used the water hose in here, but it's hot here in SoCal, so if it's good, it's gonna dry pretty good. Yeah, it's gonna dry pretty good. Yeah, so it's already hot and everything. If you're like in a colder climate, or where it's snowing or raining or whatever, obviously you don't want to do this, because you don't want to have rust or like any type of moisture inside of your car. So yeah, so I'm gonna wait until this dries up and then sand it up real quick and shoot it. Alright, so with the majority of it taken out, I still have like little residue like this. I'm going back with it with the 100 grit. Making everything nice and smooth. This is actually way easier than before, because before it was just so greasy and slimy, but now that I got it to like the bare minimal stuff, it's actually much better. Alright, well, I don't want to bore you guys, so I'm gonna get this done, get over there, and down here, and let's shoot this thing for the 1,000th time. I've said that already, so yeah. Alright, so everything's sanded down. I got everything nice and smooth. It's dry. I'm gonna primer it with some cheap Rust-Oleum paint, just in the bare metal areas. I'm just gonna touch it up like one spot at a time, because I don't want to get overspray all the way over there, and hopefully the undercoating doesn't have a lot of overspray, because I'm really not gonna mask everything up. I'm just gonna go around this perimeter right here, around there, and around here, and all of this, and just right there. So yeah, so I'm gonna go and primer this up, shake up the other can, and get started. Alright, so I just laid down just little pieces, little spots of primer over the bare metal. The stuff says I can spray over bare metal, but I'd rather just put a primer. This is the best shot I can possibly get, because my tripod doesn't get so high where I could have it outside looking in. So I'm gonna spray the undercoating. Wow, this stuff is crazy. I'm gonna show you this stuff from this angle. Alright, so this stuff, it kind of a chemical reaction. Like when it goes on, it starts to like bubble up a little bit. I don't know if I could really show you that good. Okay, I'll show you right there. Yeah, that stuff is amazing. I really like the look of that. Little water over there. No one's gonna see it anyways. It's gonna dry up. Wow, this stuff is actually pretty good. Alright, well, I'm gonna put the shoe back on. Alright, so I'm gonna let this dry out and go for a second coat. But I actually want to use some of this in the wheel wells too, to touch up the wheel wells a little bit. And then yeah, I'm gonna save this stuff. But I'm gonna do one more coat and wrap it up. Alright, this is my second coat. Sorry about the bad lighting. That's all I can do for right now, because I don't want to put the camera on the paint and you will not be able to see outside. So I'm just going to put the second coat and we'll get a closer look. Man, this stuff is lethal. You do not want to breathe this stuff. This stuff is like the worst. I'm actually holding my breath. Alright, so this is how it looks completed. This is 2 coats. This stuff covers very well. Pretty satisfied. And it dries. It says it dries within 2 hours, but it dries to the touch within minutes. So that's kind of cool, you know. You can't really mess it up. It's not like wet or anything. When I was painting it and you were over there looking at me, I actually had to back up more than 4 or 5 times because this stuff is absolutely lethal. It's not really overspray. It's just the stuff that gases off. It's real bad. And even if you hold your breath, you could still smell it. But yeah, so I'm gonna throw the panels on, and that's where it's really gonna tie in everything, and it's gonna look pretty much completed. But I can't even have anything back here for 2 hours. So alright, then I'm gonna throw the stuff back in, and I'll show you. When I put the plug back in, I just sprayed around it. Since this stuff is like the glue / rubber, that stuff is actually going to seal it up. If I ever need to take it out to drain water that leaked in or whatever later on, all I have to do is just cut around the sound ending, and it'll come right out. So yeah, so I wanted to make sure I put that back in because exhaust or whatever debris could get blown inside the car. It can be safe. It can't be safe. Alright, so I almost have my seats all the way in. Looks good back there. Love these leather seats. I'm gonna put the front ones in soon, so I'm gonna have all leather again. Yeah, looks pretty good. Pretty satisfied. Just gotta clean the car now. Take my junk out. Alright, so if you like these videos, please like, subscribe, and comment. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm gonna be making another video about a test pipe. It's gonna be install and what do I think about it, like the feel and everything. So yeah, so I'll see you on the next one.